call is being recorded. Usted ha llamado al Departamento Policial de Long Beach, la línea de no emergencia.
Yes, I'd like to report misconduct with your police department that endangers my safety and numerous other police departments. Illegal activity that's repeatedly unaddressed.
Okay, is this regarding an officer, something that's actively happening?
It's illegal activity with law enforcement that endangers my safety.
Okay, let me give you the
That's
phone
a threat
number
to my
for internal
safety.
affairs. Give me just a moment. Okay, give me just a moment. I'll give you the phone number for internal affairs. Give me just a moment.
Now, I'm not really being heard. It's a crime. So I need to be able to report it. A crime. Internal Affairs isn't doing the trick. So you're telling me that if law enforcement is murdering me, that I have to try to get in contact with Internal Affairs?
Is somebody actively bothering you right now, ma'am?
Yeah, I get stalked by law enforcement. I need to be able to, and then the law enforcement threatened to break down a bathroom door so I couldn't get dressed. So I need to be able to actively have someone do something about law enforcement, handcuff them, and put them in prison. Internal Affairs isn't doing the trick. I need someone, a police, to come out and investigate police.
What is the address of where this took place at?
I'm relentlessly stalked by police. And in addition to that, they're covering for other people that commit crimes to me and do the same and perhaps enlisting them to do it. So here's the thing. If I'm repeatedly terrorized and you're you're making it impossible for me to report and have protection, what am I to do with that?
So I'm asking you these questions in order for me to answer a call for service. Have you already made contact with an officer today?
No. When someone stood over me last night, I asked them if they were guarding me. They said yes. And it was most of the night, and they were almost touching me.
That made contact with you. They made contact with you last night at the aquarium?
I get this condescending behavior. No, if someone stood over me, it was not an officer. It was someone strange stood over me. And then the officer came by and patrolled the area in a police vehicle, in a truck. And he was not in the middle of the pathway. He was real close to me and trying to be funny.
The officer was?
Yeah, he was in a police vehicle, a truck. And instead of being in the middle, each time I'm talking about what police have done, you minions are always covering for crimes. And you make it psychologically abusive. Your behavior repeatedly over and over in law enforcement. So instead of being in the middle of the path, it's like a walkway. Instead of being in the middle, he was on the very edge close to me for like a scare tactic.
So it looks like we made contact with you yesterday in regards to the safety.
Right, but it's another crime today, and for like 200 and something reports, police have failed me, and I got emails saying that you're not real, that you're actors. And that's why I never get anything done, because you're con artists and you're actors, you're crisis actors. And your job is to be condescending and to cover for crimes, and that's why I never get anywhere. And why I call all over the state and get denied services, and why you cut me off is because you're really con artists, which is illegal. And then that's why you keep hanging up in crisis situations, which is a misdemeanor, because you don't want me fleeing the abuse. And you're accomplices to it.
Ma'am, can I speak for just a moment?
Yeah, here's the thing, that if I called you to do a report, numerous times you don't let me make the report. And people are hanging up to cover for crimes. I just get oppressed, ma'am.
Okay.
I get oppressed.
You let me know when I can talk, okay?
Yeah, let me make the report, because as I expressed, the email says that you're crisis actors and you're actually trying to conceal crimes. And you're psychologically abusive on purpose. And hacking my phone is federal charges, because I've been deprived out of funds.
See, I'm not going to be able to help you out.
You don't want me making the report, ma'am. That's what I'm trying to prove to the FBI or someone that'll do something about your crooked behavior. And that's why police came and threatened my arrest for telling my provider that these calls are suspicious. And what it is you don't want me making this report because you're covering for crimes. And the operator that when I was being attacked, you won't let me do the report, ma'am, and you're using that as an alibi.
I'm trying to ask you, stop talking for just a moment.
I'm doing a report. How am I going to do the report if I can't talk repeatedly over and over?
Because I can't ask you any questions.
Well, let me do the report, and then you can ask the question. This is psychologically abusive. I can't do a report and report crimes if I can never talk to report it repeatedly over and over.
Let me know when you're ready for the...
Hold on, let me talk and do the report, and then you can give me feedback. But what you guys do is you interrupt the report to tamper with evidence, to cover for it.
Ma'am, this is dispatch. dispatch. You need to speak to internal
Right, but
affairs. Let
you
me know
can't
when
give
you're
me
ready for the phone
direction if you
number.
won't let me speak all these years covering for crimes. So, like I said, the person that the email says that you're actors and you're con artists. And that's why I had to hang up on that 911 operator when I was being attacked, because she was covering for it. And she was trying to distract me from the attack. And it wasn't safe, so I had to hang up in her face. She was kept saying that, asking me all these questions to, as a strategy to sabotage my ability to defend myself against the attack. So she was actually being an accomplice to the attack. So I had to hang up in her face.
Internal affairs.
So what you're saying is, if a police are actively committing a crime to me, like they repeatedly are every single day, numerous times a day, you're railroading me to internal affairs, so I cannot get the law enforcement to handcuff law enforcement that breaks the law. And it's so extreme to where they said they were going to arrest me for changing clothes in the bathroom, and they shouldn't have known I was in there. So your
Can I answer that
strategy
question?
for law enforcement actively committing crimes to me every day and numerous other parties is internal affairs? And you hacking my phone, racking up federal charges is internal affairs? Year after
Ma'am,
year,
I've
and
been
then
trying to give you
the
okay,
law
I'm gonna go ahead and
enforcement
disconnect because you're
coming.
not listening to me.
I
I'm
keep
trying to
telling
say,
you
let
that
me know
you
when you're-
disconnecting is a crime, and I hope the feds
No,
do
it's
something
not,
about
ma'am.
your
You're not
illegal
letting me help
activity.
you.
You're disconnecting to
There's
tamper with
911
evidence,
coming in. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. Bye-bye.
and then you're oppressive by disconnecting. So I don't know. This is illegal, and they've been getting away with it for a very long time. And it's a federal charge because I'm being defrauded out of funds. And convincing these people that these crimes are no big thing. Harassment's illegal. Stalking's illegal. And the government feels that they have a free reign of terror. They like peeping. They like all other kind of crimes that are repeatedly unaddressed.